Welcome, collectors and treasure hunters, to another thrilling episode of my channel, the place where copper, nickel, and silver aren't just metals, but living legacies. Today, we are unlocking the secrets behind two exceptional $1 coins that every coin enthusiast dreams of finding in their change, rolls, or collection. These aren't just coins, they're historic artifacts that bridge the story of America's evolution and the people who carried it in their pockets. Stick with us until the end. 1776 Eisenhower Bicentennial $1 coin with mint mark D and excellent condition. The Eisenhower Bicentennial $1 coin from 1776 to 1976 is more than just a piece of metal. It's a snapshot of American history and pride. Minted to honor the 200th anniversary of the United States independence, this particular coin, with the D mint mark signifying it was struck in Denver, is a standout among the Eisenhower series, especially when found in excellent condition. Let's begin with its historical roots. In the early 1970s, as America approached its bicentennial celebration, Congress authorized special coinage to mark the occasion. The dollar coin, which already featured President Dwight D. Eisenhower, was redesigned temporarily to commemorate the monumental event. Unlike the standard Eisenhower dollar, which showcases the Apollo 11 insignia on the reverse, the bicentennial version bears a unique reverse design, featuring the Liberty Bell superimposed against the surface of the moon, a brilliant fusion of historical legacy and space-age achievement. The design was created by Dennis R. Williams, a young art student whose submission won a national contest. The obverse retained Frank Gasparo's dignified portrait of President Eisenhower, lending continuity and a familiar presidential homage, while allowing the reverse to speak volumes of American heritage. Now, when we say mint mark D, we're pointing to the Denver Mint, one of the key facilities responsible for producing these coins. The 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar coins were struck in both copper-nickel clad and 40% silver versions. However, the vast majority of those produced at the Denver Mint were the copper-nickel clad variants intended for general circulation. In total, over 82 million bicentennial Eisenhower dollars were minted in Denver alone, making it a coin that is not rare by sheer numbers. But rarity is not the only factor influencing value. Condition, demand, errors, and historical appeal all play a role. Coins in excellent condition defined by sharp strike details, luster, and minimal handling marks are significantly more sought after. A circulated bicentennial Eisenhower dollar might fetch only its face value, or slightly more. But one in excellent condition, especially with full strikes and preserved details, can command much higher prices, particularly among collectors assembling graded sets. PCGS and NGCG are 80 ED coins in MS66 or better often see auction sales climbing above $100, and some exceptional MS67 coins have fetched it over $1,000. But what truly spices up the value of this coin are known varieties and mint errors. One of the most celebrated is the Type 1 and Type 2 reverse distinction. Type 1 coins, produced early in the minting process, have blockier, less defined lettering on the reverse, whereas Type 2 coins exhibit crisper and more elegant typography. Type 1 coins are generally rarer and are particularly desirable when paired with certain mint marks or found in mint sets. Even more intriguing are striking anomalies. For example, double die obverse or reverse coins, where the design has been struck more than once slightly off register, can greatly increase the coin's value. Off-center strikes, clipped plankets, or coins with missing layers are other examples of errors that pique collector interest. These aren't always common, but when discovered, they can make a coin's value skyrocket. Collectors love the Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar not only for its beauty, but also for its symbolism. It's one of the few modern coins that celebrates American independence in such a profound and direct way. Additionally, because it was only minted for 2 years, 1975 and 1976, it occupies a unique position in numismatic history. Unlike coins that run year after year with little variation, the bicentennial dollar was a limited-time tribute, giving it both thematic and temporal importance. Another reason this coin retains attention is its size and weight. At 38.1 millimeters in diameter and weighing over 22 grams, it's the largest dollar coin issued for general circulation after silver dollars were phased out. That sheer heft and presence give it a collectible edge in a world of increasingly smaller and lighter coins. And for older collectors, it evokes a time of celebration and national pride that still resonates today. The investment potential of this coin is also growing. While millions were made, high-grade survivors are less common, and those with verifiable errors or unique die varieties can be exceedingly rare. Collectors are always seeking to upgrade their collections, and a well-preserved 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar in excellent condition can be the centerpiece of a modern dollar collection. As interest in vintage American coinage continues to rise, particularly with younger generations looking into collecting, these bicentennial pieces offer an ideal entry point. They're rich in history, visually compelling, and available at a range of price points depending on condition and variety. If you come across one in excellent condition, hold on to it. It might just be a silver-toned passport to a fascinating piece of American legacy and potential future value. 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin with mint mark P and fine condition. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin marked a revolutionary moment in American coinage. It was the first time a real, historical woman, not a mythical representation like Liberty, was featured on circulating U.S. currency, and the decision to honor Susan B. Anthony, a suffragette who championed women's rights and the right to vote, was both groundbreaking and timely. This specific coin, minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the P mint mark, holds a special place in both numismatic and cultural history. Let's start with the coin's creation and context. By the late 1970s, the U.S. Treasury wanted a smaller dollar coin to replace the large and bulky Eisenhower dollar. The idea was to encourage greater public use of the dollar coin in daily transactions. With support from Congress and women's advocacy groups, Susan B. Anthony was chosen to grace the obverse of the new coin. Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, created the design, which depicted Anthony in a strong, determined profile facing right, surrounded by stars and the word Liberty. The reverse reused the motif from the Eisenhower dollar, a majestic American bald eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch, based on the Apollo 11 mission insignia. This created a direct link to America's pioneering spirit and technological achievement. The design featured the denomination $1 and United States of America in clean, bold fonts, giving it a sharp and official appearance. Now, focusing on the Philadelphia issue, over 360 million of these coins were struck in 1979 alone. While that figure might make you think the coin is common and of little value, it's important to remember that collector value isn't just about quantity. It's about details, condition, and demand. In fine condition, a 1979 P Susan B. Anthony dollar may seem modest in value, perhaps ranging from $2 to $10 in today's collector market, depending on specific factors. But once you explore the varieties and known errors, things get far more interesting. One of the most notable varieties of the 1979 P dollar is the wide rim or near date variety. In this version, the date is placed much closer to the rim of the coin, making it easily distinguishable from the more common narrow rim or far date version. The wide rim variety is scarcer and therefore more valuable, especially in higher grades. Even in fine condition, a wide rim 1979P can fetch significantly more, sometimes upwards of $50 to $100 or more, depending on the coin's sharpness and luster. Collectors also seek out proof-like surfaces or coins that have mirror-like fields, which can sometimes occur even among circulation strikes. Although these are less frequent from the Philadelphia Mint, they occasionally appear and are often valued at a premium. Additionally, mint errors like off-center strikes, double strikes, or coins struck on plankets meant for other denominations have been found for this issue and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their severity and clarity. What sets this coin apart in terms of collector interest is its dual appeal. On the one hand, it's a symbol of progress, a powerful nod to women's history and equality in the United States. On the other, it's a practical and relatively modern collectible, available in various grades and varieties. The Susan B. Anthony dollar had a short original production run, minted only from 1979 to 1981, and then briefly in 1999, making the full set manageable and appealing for both beginner and experienced collectors. In terms of design, the Susan B. Anthony dollar faced challenges in public acceptance. Its size and color closely resembled the quarter, leading to confusion in vending machines and with cashiers. This ultimately hindered its widespread adoption in commerce, resulting in vast quantities being stored in vaults for decades. Yet, this very lack of circulation has preserved many examples in relatively good condition, giving collectors a broad field of specimens to choose from. Today, the 1979 P Susan B. Anthony dollar is appreciated not just for its numismatic traits, but also as a cultural artifact. It represents a moment when the U.S. Mint tried something new and ambitious, both in terms of size and representation. And while it didn't succeed as a mainstream currency in the way it was intended, it succeeded in marking a significant milestone in American social and monetary history. With continued interest in 20th century coinage and a growing appreciation for coins with meaningful backstories, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar remains a cornerstone of modern numismatics. If you have one with a P mint mark in fine condition, especially with a wide rim variety or a known error, it may be worth far more than $1. And even if it's not, it holds intrinsic value as a tribute to a pioneering woman whose fight for equality still resonates today. Keep your eyes on this coin. It's more than change. It's a statement.